Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hoyundi Furipedani Mashapa, Mananyana Wubuvenda. And if you're here for the first time, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, a veteran in this channel, welcome back for yet another exciting episode of Risk Money and Insurance. And so today I am at home in Limpopo, Venda, and I just want to do this short video because content has to be up every Thursday, regardless, it has to be up on a Thursday morning. And so today, I've been hearing a lot of people saying, yo, I'm broke. Oh, I'm broke. Yo, I'm broke. So I decided, why not do a video on why are you broke? It's a good time to actually discuss these things because beginning of the year, we all had financial goals. We were on fire. We were all set. We were ready to do this. And then now we're almost approaching the middle of the year and people are just like, yo, I'm so broke. Yo, I'm so broke. So I'm going to give you guys 4 reasons why you're actually broke. So let's start with the first one. I think this is the most common one, and COVID-19 has really showed us that we were not ready. We were just not prepared. Number 1 is people don't actually have money set aside for emergencies. Like if I am to ask you now, right, do you have an emergency fund? I did a video on this earlier on in my channel to say this is what an emergency fund is. But if I am to ask you today and say, what if your car broke down? What if there's a medical emergency, right? What if, you were to lose your job? And COVID-19, really showed us that a lot of us are not ready to lose our jobs, because imagine today, if you were to be retrenched or if you were to be laid off, will you be able to pay, some of your expenses, right? Before money comes out from UIF or whatever, will you be able to pay? What if there's no money that you're expecting to come in, like totally? Will you be able to survive? And COVID-19 really showed us that a lot of us are not ready. And honestly, we don't have to wait for another COVID-19 or to wait to be retrenched to be ready. I think it's about time that we start really investing, in emergency funds and ensuring that if an emergency were to occur today, you have money set aside for that thing. Because a lot of us are broke because things happen and emergencies don't make an appointment to actually happen in your life, and before you know it, you don't have money. It's done. And then reason number 2 why we are broke in 2021, it's we don't have a budget or we don't have a financial plan at all. If I am to ask you today, what's your goal? And I'm sure a lot of us will be like, I want to be a millionaire, That's a good financial goal, but do you have a plan to actually get there? How do you intend to be a millionaire, right? So setting smart goals, they have to be very smart, as in like specific, measurable, achievable, time bound. Smart, time bound. So that's what you want to do. You want to say, I want to be a millionaire by 30. Right? So you must be checking, how am I actually going to get there? I'm going to make investments. I'll be investing consistently, right, over this period, things like that. And also just keeping track on the investments to see how they're doing. So it's good having goals. It's amazing, but you got to have a plan. You got to have an action plan that you're executing every single month or whenever you get your money, right? And also another thing is about having a budget is that, you have to stick to it. In as much as it's a beautiful piece of paper or it's a beautiful spreadsheet, with numbers that are filled, it's very important to stick to it. And another thing is to just, I always do, like, I have a spreadsheet and I put like actual versus expected, because, it's good to say I will spend 2,000 rands on food. And then before you know it, you are Ubering, you are going out, you're doing this, you're drinking coffee all the time, and you find, you've spent actually 2 times more than what you planned for. And I think another problem we have with budgets is that people love to, you want to make it neat, you want to make it smooth and whatever. It's an ideal spending habit or an ideal plan that you have. And honestly, in as much as it's neat, you have to be realistic. You can't say I'll spend 1,000 rands on petrol, whereas you're always on the road. Every single month you're spending 2 times or 3 times that. If you're saying you want to spend 1,000 rands, then make sure that your life also aligns, or your lifestyle also aligns with your budget, because it's important. There's no point in having a budget that's not working for you, right? And the important part is not just about the drafting, it's about sticking to that budget, because what's the point of actually not sticking to the budget? Number 3, why we are broke, why a lot of millennials are broke anyway, is online shopping. Everything is a click away. Literally everything is a click away, and there's no limit in terms of what you can put on that cart. So it's very easy to just click online, and then before you know it, you've literally spent half your salary or half whatever money you have, or you spend like all of it, because it's so easy. You don't feel it. It's not like you're taking out cash and you are seeing the stack of cash that you're actually paying, right? It's just like, it's just EFT. It's an online transaction and it's done. So online shopping, I think I need to do a video on the tips for online shopping, because it's very easy to spend all your money online shopping without realizing that you spent that much amount of money. So it's very, very important to just be on the lookout, because there's also a thing of buy this and get this. If you were not intending to buy so many items, then don't buy those things. If you were not intending to buy, then why waste your money? Because what ends up happening is, get 3, buy 5 get 4 free and whatever, and you were just intending to buy 2 items. You end up with how many extra items? 3 extra items that you were not intending to buy, and that's a trap. It's a mental game that they're playing with you. So definitely online shopping, it's just a mess, especially with food. Everything is online now. You can get food, you can get anything, house utensils, you can get clothes online. Everything is online. You can access everything online, and it's problematic if you don't have self-control. And then last and the final one, reason number 4 why we are broke, is credit cards. Oh my goodness. That money is not yours. I think that's the trap. A lot of people actually think the money that's in their credit card is actually theirs. They've earned the money. No, sweetie, you haven't earned that money. If you use it, you need to pay it back. And you find that people are out here spending and just spending that money, because they're like, oh, my limit is like 30,000 rand, so I can actually spend this money. No, if you don't have it, then don't spend. And I think another thing that a lot of people do is to just spend, go over their budget, and then think, oh, I will repay that money when I actually get paid. But the trick with that is, already you are taking away from your future salary. You are taking away from your future income. Mind you, there are those expenses that are fixed that you incur every single month. So already you will be working on a tight budget, and this is how it becomes a trap. You will spend the money on your credit card and say, I will repay this money using my salary. When your salary comes in, there are major expenses that you have to incur every single month. And so what ends up happening is you run out of money, because already you have this debt that you incurred during the course of the month, and now we're at the end of the month. There's still other expenses that you need to incur. You end up using your credit card again the following month, and then the same thing happens when payday comes, and it just becomes a cycle. So pay off that credit card and be disciplined enough to say, I'm not going to use money from my credit card if it's not necessary. Like, don't use your credit card money for entertainment, knowing that you don't have the money to repay, immediately. Don't use it. And also the trick part with credit cards is, if you use the whole credit facility, right? What ends up happening is it can actually damage your credit score, because then they look at you and they're like, this person uses the full limit on their credit card, so they actually don't have money. They don't know how to, use credit. So that's another thing to just be mindful of, but it's a trap. If you start, you're not gonna, it's just a cycle. You'll remain inside that vicious cycle for so long. So credit card money, it's not yours, so don't use it. Don't use what you don't have. So we've come to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I love you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Just put down your comments below. I want to hear from you. Why are you broke? Mwah. Oh, bye.